Shalom, shalom. This Yair from GMS Savannah. Come with another lesson. But first and foremost, let me give all praise and honor and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rikakradash, and double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, which rule well and teach well, and to the Akim, as well as the affiliate pushing this 100% truth out of the Bible and sincerity by risking their lives and freedom to do so. And salutations to the hopeful elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, as well as you speckled birds scattered amongst the heathens that have the appearance of the heathens, but your father's seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and also referred to as Israelite foreigners. But today's lesson I'm going into is, these fast food places, man. We got to stop eating that the gross, defiled foods, man. It's awful. And we're just gonna play a little video here, and then we're gonna hit some, some precepts to this lesson, man. And I know we growed up eating on these defiled foods, but hey, we gotta, try to stay away from it as much as we can, because you can see on this video that a lot of it is your body can't break it down, It's awful.
So you want to see my hamburger? It's in a box in my closet. This is the sack that it came in, and it was advertising a NASCAR race in 1996. So this dates the hamburger in its sack to 24 years old now. The French fries look like they maybe could have fallen under your seat a month or so ago. They've never rotted or decayed. The hamburger itself, the bread has never molded. The meat has never rotted. It's never even broken. It's completely intact. So, 24-year-old hamburger. Not sure what would happen if you ate it, though. So you want to see my hamburger? It's in a box in my closet. This is the sack that it came in, and it was advertising a NASCAR race in 1996. So this dates the hamburger in its sack to 24 years old now. The French fries look like they maybe could have fallen under your seat a month or so ago. They've never rotted or decayed. The hamburger itself, the bread has never molded. The meat has never rotted. It's never even broken. It's completely intact. So, 24-year-old hamburger. Not sure what would happen if you ate it, though.
Man, that's awful. Hey, we all seen fries like that. We've ate that defiled food, and we know we have seen those fries under our seats, and it's so true, 100% true. Just the food doesn't break down. It's scary, and just think once you get in your body, your body can't break that mess down. But right here, Ezekiel 4:13 says, "And the Lord said, even thus thou shouldest the children of Israel eat their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." And they just say right there, just milk lessons, man, right here, that we will eat our defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, man. These other heathens, and it just show you, man. I mean, this is pushed all over the world, man. These defiled foods, and these foods can make you sick and everything else, man. It's a lot of it's a lot of different stuff you could look up, and it talks about McDonald's, all these other fast food junks, man. They are defiled foods, and you know what's been coming up lately in a lot of these meats and stuff, these burgers, man. It's crazy. It is really, really crazy about the stuff they're finding in these foods, these burgers and chilies and everything else. And it's been going on a long time. You know, as you know, McDonald's with their slogan, what serving 4 billion people. You know, it's crazy. Is it 4 billion people a day? It's some ridiculous number. But you just think about all of the meats. I mean, where's this meat coming from? So it's just crazy. How they even got certain stuff that they found where they was saying about the foods and what they put in the foods that was probably scrubbed from the internet. But if you can, just try to stay away from these defiled foods because they're getting worse and worse and worse, and they causing a lot of problems amongst Israel, man. These are another way to attack our people is, man, through these defiled foods, man. But even though they have done it, and we still surviving off of it, and that's because of Ezekiel 4:13. They try to use these foods and fast food places as weapons to the Israelites, but hey, we still, surviving, eating these defiled foods. That's why, Amos 6:1, woe to them that are in Eze's iron and trust in the mountain Samaria, which are named chief of the nations to whom the house of Israel came. And like I say, we can't be at ease here in Babylon, man. We trying to get the hell up out of here, man, because everything is tainted. The water, the food, the air, everything, even the clothes. Everything is affecting Israel, man. But like I say, we only know the hopeful elect is going to understand and listen and heed the warning of, us blowing the trumpet, to not be at ease here, big man, because this place here is awful. And, we're always telling, to walk circumspectly, knowing that the times we're in are evil, paraphrasing. But you can't be at ease here. This place is awful, man. And like I say, sooner or later, it's going to come to an end. And Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted and it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. And like I say, it all intertwines together. We know this is not our rest. The hopeful elect, we already know this. I mean, we know everything is polluted. It's tell you right here in these scriptures right here. And so that's why we have to, try to eat as clean as we possibly can, is what I'm getting to, trying to, to get through the, the hopeful elect that you just got to try to eat clean as much as you possibly can. Because, like I say, a lot of these foods are being weaponized against, weaponized us, man. And a lot of our people, man, they just going to continue to eat the pork, lobster, and crab, shrimp, and everything else, But like I say, man, we just got to try to eat as clean as possible. And you want to have any idea what we supposed to eat and not supposed to eat, and you go to Leviticus 11, And that just show you right there, what we can and cannot eat, And just basic stuff, to people that's coming into this truth, just Start right there, just go right there to Leviticus 11, man. You know, we are under a dietary law. And it's very important that we stick to that, you know, because we got to try to, eat as clean as possible, you know. And at the end of the day, Proverbs 29:2 say, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And that goes to everything here in Babylon, you know, from the food, the air, the water. You know, the wicked has contaminated everything. You know, Sleazy have done everything he can. You know, and that's what these devils doing, man. They been attacking us from up above and below. And you know, like I say, that's why we got to continue to call on that name, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, to keep that covering over us. Because, you know, it's the times we are in, it's going to continue to get worse and worse. You know? But sooner or later, the righteousness is going to be in authority. And so that's why we waiting for that time to come. You know, we here at this 250-year mark. And, man, it's about over for them devils, man. About over for them devils. You know, so hey, all we keep praying and say, Lord, how long, how long? But we know these prophecies got to come out first. So hey, that's why we keep and watch. You know? And like I say, for the hopeful elect, continue to, you know, call on that name, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and pray. You know? Just continue to do those things. And keep the faith. You got to keep the faith. You know, like I say, we walk by faith and not by sight, and we got to continue to do that, you know, because, you know, sooner or later, this nightmare will be over with. But I hope this was edifying to the sheep, Kwam Yasharala. Call all Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, on to the next lesson. Shalom.